Hello, everybody, and myself. I am video documenting this trip, and I had almost forgotten about it until I'm trying to get 10,000 steps in while we wait for our flight to Milan. And I thought, you know what, this is a perfect time to experiment with posting my first video of this trip to Portugal and Italy with my friend Yvonne and her family and friends. So we are at JFK. Just a reminder for myself, if I look back on this, how things happen and how your energy moving through them really does. It affects everything, the outcome of everything. Yesterday was a hectic day with all the extra regulations with COVID, trying to get testing, make sure everyone you're traveling with has testing. My friend Yvonne had a few things, like just a few little glitches that were out of her control to a certain extent, and there was a chance she wasn't going to make it because her COVID test results didn't come back because of how the dates fell on a weekend. Anyway, and so we had that going on, not knowing if she was going to be able to make the flight because of the COVID test results. But then on my way to the airport in Denver to pick her up, I got a text message from our flight for Denver to JFK, which is where we are connecting on a flight to Milan before we get to Portugal. That flight was canceled. And the alternate flight that they suggested and tried to book us on got us to the JFK airport 5 hours after our connecting flight landed. So in the car driving, trying to figure out the COVID test, flight is canceled, like all this stuff is going on. And initially having thoughts come up of like, what if this trip cancels? I really like all the work I've been doing. I can tell is starting to pay off, because as I went through that thought process of, okay, who do we call? What do we do? What steps do we take? But then normally that possibility of a trip that you really stretched yourself out to make and enjoy not happening, not letting myself fall into that emotion, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I remember just thinking to myself, like, if this trip doesn't happen, we'll rebook. We bought insurance, we'll figure something out. But I didn't have like complete panic. I had like, who do I call? What do I do? I can't find the information, but I wasn't panicking like I would have in the past. So shout out to myself for doing my work and keeping myself present and knowing that stuff that happens out of your control, you don't have to throw a bunch of negative energy into it. We ended up not getting that COVID test, came in right in time. We were able to call Delta and they rescheduled us for a flight that got us here. We've actually been traveling since midnight last night. It's now, what time is it? It's like 2 o'clock, I think, New York time, and our flight from Milan leaves at 5. We've been going for a while traveling, so tired. I'm tired. Everything is working out though, and I'm trying to get my 10,000 steps in while we wait at the airport. I'm enjoying spending time with my friend Yvonne and learning from her and people watching, and just even this kind of cumbersome part of the trip when you're traveling and transferring and trying to figure out and looking and being in unfamiliar places. It's like I'm even finding myself enjoying like the unfamiliarity of that experience too. So leg 1, leg 2, actually this will be the 3rd flight that we're on. JFK airport right now in New York, cold, overcast. Can you see that? And we're headed into 80-degree weather when we land, about 12 or so hours from now, with two connecting flights. So I look forward to sharing what we see too, and I will post videos here if anybody wants to kind of keep up with what we're doing, and it's a good reminder for me. It's like, I think this is going to be a good souvenir to myself and video journal to have this documented this way. So hope everybody is doing well. Happy Mother's Day. I love you, Mom. I love you, Shy, all my family member mamas that have just been supporting and loving me. Love you guys. Hope you're having a beautiful day.